I was one of 20 lucky travel agents who was hosted by the Portuguese Tourist Board and the Central Portugal Tourist Organisation at the end, on a fam trip at the end of the ITA conference. Our conference was just outside Porto in a town called Esfino, and we stayed in a lovely 5-star hotel, the Sol Verde Hotel. So Sunday afternoon after the conference we headed off and we headed to Aveiro. Now, if you've never been to Venice, it's just what Venice is like. If you've been to Venice, you'll say, this is Venice in the sunshine, close to the sea, in the middle of Central Portugal, and it's a lovely, lovely surprise. Value for money is excellent, very relaxed, buzzing tourist town centre. We were hosted beautiful lunch, and by the way, the food in Central Portugal was absolutely fabulous. We sampled the best of the local wines and the great wines, food to die for, especially the salted cod, and of course, in the near Porto, the port. What do you expect? For us, the trip was about good company, excellent food, culture and scenery, and we were blessed in the middle of October to have some beautiful weather. We went to a town called Coimbra, and something very special happened there. We were hosted to, and we were guests of André Sade in his new hotel. Now, for those of you that don't know, he's a renowned Portuguese singer. So not alone did he host us, did himself and his charming wife host us for lunch, he gave us a private concert after lunch. And it was really, really wonderful. And from there we went to the historic town of Tomar. Now, Tomar is a town that was built in the 11th, 12th century. And as the name would suggest, it has very close links to the famous Knights Templars, whom, as I'm sure you know, are such an important part of history. And we headed to a lovely small seaside town called Nazare. Now, value for money, you couldn't believe it. We went into a restaurant and we had a few beers, as you do, we had a few coffees, a few pastries, and for 5 of us the bill came to less than €10. So that's what I say about Central Portugal. The value for money is absolutely excellent. And it's accompanied by very warm hospitality, and we saw that firsthand because we were hosted firstly by the most wonderful tour leader, Maria, and the arrangements had all been put in place by none other than our very own Savina Taras from the Portuguese Tourist Board in Dublin. And she did, as always, a wonderful job from the start of the conference, the organisation of a conference, to the fam trip itself. We literally saw a gem on the west coast of Europe in Central Portugal, and we were also pleasantly surprised by what we saw. As I said, value for money, culture, friendship, it's the place to go.